What effects do I think COVID-19 is going to have on the spirits industry in the long term? We're going to see a change in how consumers buy spirits.
The COVID situation has obviously impacted every industry across the world. Everybody is kind of turned upside down on their heads and trying to figure out the best way to go about things.
I think that one of the results of COVID for our business is that we are a lot closer to our community.
Effects of COVID-19, I don't think anyone can really predict the effects on the spirit world at the moment or on the distillery. It varies from place to place.
I think that the effects of COVID-19 on the spirits world in the long term are going to be okay.
I mean, it's had huge effects for us, of course, trying to keep our staff safe, trying to keep everybody else safe around us. We've been very busy over the last few months. Lots of the team have been volunteering in the community, looking after vulnerable people, doing shopping for people, these kind of things. We're making whiskey again at the distillery, and we're obviously very restricted in what we do and who's around. But we're just taking it day by day and trying to do the best we can, as I think everybody else is. In terms of whiskey making, we're thinking very much about the future. We're still able to bottle and supply people who are enjoying our whiskies just now, and hopefully they're giving some people a bit of a comfort, if you like, or a bit of an enjoyment in these kind of difficult times where they can sit back and enjoy a dram, and I know I enjoy doing that of an evening now and again.
Certainly here in Britain, we're in the middle of a second lockdown. Pubs, bars, restaurants been forced to close. It's going to be a real struggle long term for some of these places, and I suspect quite a lot of them just won't open up again. Consequently, we've seen a shift to consumers buying more in multiple retailers, supermarkets, specialist retailers. So there's been a shift in purchasing from over the bar to buying bottles to take and consume at home.
Of course, we're all hoping for normalization and things to get back to kind of the way they used to be as soon as possible. But at the same time, one does have to consider what are the long-term effects. Consumers will develop new habits, new drinking habits, new category interests, new engagement interests. The COVID environment has really impacted one of the key things that we kind of rely on, and that is the bar and restaurant industry to really help us share our products with the world. It's one thing that, we've all shifted from traveling and being there in person to do tastings, and now everything is done just like this. But at the same time, how are you supposed to sample people on a product if you can't sample people on a product? It's sort of a challenge. So I don't think that we are that worried that it's going to transition out of a way that we can handle it, but we definitely are keeping on the tips of our toes, making sure that we're being very quick to adapt to new ways of connecting with people and sharing our story.
I think that COVID-19 is pushing premiumization for an awful lot of brands, and I think it's bringing a lot of people a little closer to being in touch with what's important to them and trying to support the companies and brands that they connect with. COVID-19 is kind of reinforcing the importance of people purchasing products from companies that they like and they want to make sure stay around and stay in business.
We have been doing things, pivoting and doing things that have brought us much closer to our community of drinkers out there in the world.